Mary kicks us off in Kalamazoo. Mary, welcome to the Ramsey Show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. How can John and I help?
Well, my husband and I are kind of in a sticky situation with with my mother-in-law, his mother, and we don't really know if we should help her, how we should help her. Right now, she's going through a divorce. The reason of the divorce being that she is a hoarder, and her soon-to-be ex-husband says that he's been asking for help with bills, but she hasn't been helping with bills. She also has a mortgage on a house that is unlivable. It's covered in mold, and she wants to continue to live there. My husband's father passed away and left her, I want to say, about $200,000. But she's already spent it all. And while he was still alive, he bailed her out of $500,000 in debt.
Oh.
She's not really being forthcoming about any of her debt situation. And she has even gone as far to ask us not to tell the rest of the family about her divorce, which I think is going to be final in about 30 days. So now it's a situation of, and I don't even know if this is the correct terminology or the correct thinking, but do we allow my mother-in-law to live in a house that's covered in mold that's hazardous to her health, and she's just going to continue to be in debt and be a hoarder, or do we intervene somehow? How do I navigate this?
So, Mary, I'll jump in here. I hear it in you that you're just at wit's end. And so a couple of things I want to walk you through about hoarding, and then we will get to some steps y'all can take, okay?
Okay.
Hoarding is one of those words like narcissist that gets thrown around a lot all over the place. It sounds like she truly is hoarding, right?
She truly is a hoarder. I'm
Okay.
not saying this lightly.
I trust you. When somebody is fully there, when they get a rush on getting a good deal, or they're unable to maneuver in their home, it's unsanitary, it's unsafe, and they are unable to move forward. I want you to begin to shift your language. You're going to practice this. I want you to shift your language from she's not coming, she's not forthcoming, she's not. Your mother-in-law is very, very ill. Okay?
Okay.
And so let's take the moral stuff out. Let's take the character stuff out. Not long-term, right? There's still going to be some reckoning here, and we need to change some actions and behavior. But right now, she's very, very sick. She's not okay. And we could probably track this thing back all the way to when she was a little girl. There's some trauma here that's been there around for a long time, it would be my guess.
Mm-hmm.
But we're here now. So here's a hard truth. You can't make an adult do anything.
Yeah.
And there's few things on earth more devastating than watching somebody you love be in pain and not take your help or your support or your care. Because I know if she called you and said, I need this house cleaned up this week, you and your husband and everybody else would take the week off and go get that thing. But it can't, right?
Absolutely.
Of course
Yeah.
you would. And so you are watching somebody that you love drown. And you can yell all day long, hey, we'll come out and get you. We're here swimming, treading water next to you. And they say, leave me alone, leave me alone. One of the cornerstones of true hoarding is a deep, resounding shame. She knows what her house looks like. And she's found herself in a position where she doesn't believe she can stop. She knows about the divorce and that some of her actions have led to somebody saying, I can't be in a relationship with you anymore. And that shame mounts and mounts and mounts and mounts and mounts. So at some point, you can rally all of your husband's brothers and sisters, and he needs to lead this. His brothers and sisters need to lead this. You need to support him in this. This isn't your lead to take. But they either show up with a mental health professional and do an intervention and say, we're getting involved here, knowing that mom can kick y'all out, And or you can call some of the resources in your community that says we have an adult who is no longer able to take care of themselves. And there is instances where the local government will get involved. That gets messy. Mom will say mean things to y'all. And that's just part of it, and that's okay because you're taking care of somebody. But there's not going to be some magic conversation that you, the daughter-in-law, can have, and she'll go, oh, I didn't think of that. That's not where we're at. She's very, very sick, okay? So the reason I tell you she's very sick, I want you to approach her with compassion, not with anger and frustration, even though you're going to get angry and frustrated. And let's approach it from a compassion lens, and then let's say, we're going to give you an opportunity to be surrounded by people who love you and say, we're willing to get the big dumpsters in here. We're going to help you get some care. She probably needs to go see a doctor. Not probably, she for sure does. And if she won't do that, then we're going to call in some professionals here in the community and say, hopefully they'll reach out. They may not. Okay. This is a hard, messy situation you are in. I'd let her know we are not going to loan you money. All the brothers and sisters, we're not going to give you money. We're not going to give you access to our credit cards. And we're going to go down those roads to make sure everybody's on the same page, that we're going to start taking care of Mom because she's not okay.
Okay. The other the other issue that I'm having, that I'm hurting with, it's just such a black and white difference between her parenting versus my parents. I would. It's hard for me to deal with, and then I know, as a wife and as a support to my husband, he's told me that he promised his father on his father's deathbed that he would take care of Mom.
That's right. And here's the deal: taking care of Mom isn't giving Mom everything she wants. Taking care of Mom is calling the professionals and the interventionists who are going to help pull her out of the water because she is literally drowning. Don't compare your parents. You'll have two different sets of parents who have different sets of gifts and skills. You love your parents and you love her, and how you love each other is going to look differently for both of you. You can do this.
So sorry you're going through this, Mary.